from a name I know. Funny how love show up with the
It
dough.
started with a
Blessings ain't
single comment, just a few words typed online, and suddenly the internet was ablaze. Rymir Carter, the man who has spent years claiming to be Jay-Z's secret son, had dropped something new into the storm. This time, it wasn't about himself. It was about someone the world thought they already knew, Blue Ivy Carter. His cryptic hint suggested that his real sister wasn't Blue Ivy at all, but the daughter of a woman named Kathy. In an instant, decades-old rumors came rushing back to life. If you've been around long enough, you remember the whispers from 2011, the folding baby bump moment that ignited endless conspiracy theories about Beyoncé's pregnancy. It was analyzed frame by frame, slowed down, zoomed in, and debated in forums, tabloids, and talk shows. While some dismissed it as a harmless wardrobe mishap, others were convinced it was proof that the pregnancy had been faked. Now, years later, that rumor has a new spark. And this time it comes with another name, Kathy White, a young, ambitious publicist with connections to both Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Her life ended suddenly at just 28 years old, officially from a brain aneurysm, but in the eyes of internet sleuths, the timing was too strange to ignore. Could it be coincidence? Or is there more to this story than anyone has dared to say? One thing is certain. When it comes to Beyoncé, silence speaks louder than words. And that silence is exactly what keeps the world guessing. For nearly a decade, Rymir Carter has been a name lingering on the edges of Jay-Z's public image. His ongoing attempts to get the rapper to take a paternity test have been rejected by the courts time and again, yet his persistence has never wavered. He has told his story to blogs, YouTubers, and anyone willing to listen. But in early 2024, his mission took an unexpected turn. During an online exchange, Rymir hinted at something far more provocative than his own paternity battle. He suggested that Blue Ivy, Beyoncé and Jay-Z's celebrated daughter, might not be Beyoncé's child at all. The way he framed it was indirect, almost casual, claiming that his real sister was Kathy's daughter, not Blue Ivy. But in the hyper-connected world of social media, that was enough to light a match. Almost instantly, old conspiracy threads were revived. Twitter feeds filled with side-by-side photos, timelines, and grainy screenshots. TikTok investigations popped up overnight, complete with dramatic music and voiceovers. People started asking questions they hadn't dared to ask in years. If Beyoncé didn't carry her own child, then who did, and why? What made this moment so volatile wasn't just Rymir's history with Jay-Z. It was the fact that he pulled Blue Ivy, an innocent child, into the storm. In doing so, he transformed a private feud into a public spectacle, one that touched the very core of Beyoncé's carefully protected family image. To understand why Rymir's claim hit so hard, you have to go back to September 2011, when Beyoncé's pregnancy announcement was supposed to be one of the most celebrated moments of her career. She revealed the news on the MTV Video Music Awards stage, cradling her stomach with a radiant smile. But just weeks later, a single televised interview would overshadow that magical image. During a sit-down with an Australian talk show, Beyoncé walked onto the set wearing a flowing dress. As she eased into her chair, the camera caught a split-second moment that would live in internet infamy. Her belly appeared to fold inward. Within hours, slowed-down clips and zoomed-in screenshots flooded YouTube and gossip blogs. Theories exploded. Was it just the fabric bunching up? Or was she wearing a prosthetic bump? Mainstream media picked up the story. Wendy Williams openly suggested it was a publicity stunt. Others speculated she was using a surrogate and hiding it from the public. Fashion experts insisted the fold was just a wardrobe illusion, but by then, The narrative had spun out of control. For Beyoncé, an artist known for controlling every image, every reveal, this was a rare moment she couldn't contain. No matter how many times her team dismissed the rumors, the footage remained online, replayed endlessly like a scene from a mystery film. It became the foundation for a decade of speculation, one that Rymir's latest comments have now resurrected louder than ever. Before her name became tangled in online conspiracy threads, Kathy White was carving out a promising career in the entertainment world. Born in Louisiana to a black father and a Korean mother, she stood out not just for her striking looks, but for her sharp mind and relentless ambition. After graduating from Howard University, she launched her own PR firm, White Label, and quickly built an impressive client list. She moved in the same circles as Hollywood stars, attending events alongside Kim Kardashian, Chris Pratt, and Denise Richards. Her professional network extended beyond celebrities. Kathy was seen in photographs with Jay-Z, Beyonce, and television personality Claudia Jordan. Rumors began to swirl that she and Jay-Z shared more than a working relationship. Some claimed she was his confidant, others whispered about a romance. Nothing was ever proven, but the whispers never quite faded. Then came the shocking twist. In her late 20s, Kathy reportedly confided in certain acquaintances and at least one journalist that she had information that could change everything about her connection to Jay-Z. Some online voices later claimed she hinted at a child, though no official source ever confirmed it. On a seemingly ordinary day, Kathy was found dead in her Manhattan apartment. The cause, a brain aneurysm. She was just 28. To her friends, it was a tragic loss. To internet sleuths, it was the start of a darker theory, one that would later merge with the Beyoncé pregnancy rumors and Rymir Carter's claims, forming the tangled web we see today. Kathy White's sudden death in 2012 shocked those who knew her. At just 28, she was found in her Manhattan apartment with the official cause listed as a brain aneurysm. There were no public signs of foul play, no police investigation pointing to anything suspicious. Yet, for a certain corner of the internet, the timing was too uncanny to ignore. According to journalist Liz Crokin, Kathy had been preparing to go public with details about her alleged relationship with Jay-Z and possibly about a child. Crokin claimed she had spoken to Kathy multiple times in the weeks leading up to her death. Then abruptly, all communication stopped. Days later, news broke that Kathy was gone. To conspiracy theorists, this sequence felt less like coincidence and more like a puzzle begging to be solved. The theory that emerged was as dramatic as it was unverified. Kathy had a child connected to Jay-Z, and after her death, that child was quietly placed under someone else's care. Over time, this theory merged with the decade-old speculation about Beyoncé's pregnancy. In online forums and TikTok videos, amateur investigators began asking, what if that child wasn't hidden away at all? What if the world had been seeing her all along in the form of Blue Ivy Carter? It was a massive leap with zero confirmed evidence. But as with many internet-born stories, facts mattered less than the intrigue. The absence of answers only made the whispers grow louder. If there's one thing Beyoncé has mastered over her decades in the spotlight, it's control. She is not the type to sit down for casual interviews or stream her private life on social media. Every photo, every performance, every public moment is deliberate. She reveals what she wants you to see, nothing more, nothing less. In today's celebrity culture, where stars overshare every detail of their lives, Beyoncé's mystery is rare. It's part of her brand, an aura of elegance, discipline, and untouchable stardom. But that same privacy is exactly what fuels the conspiracy machine. When the public can't see behind the curtain, they start filling in the blanks themselves. That's why Rymir Carter's comments paired with the old Kathy White rumors hit so hard. Beyoncé didn't respond, just as she hasn't responded to the fake pregnancy claims for over a decade. Her silence isn't accidental, it's strategy. By refusing to acknowledge the noise, she avoids giving it more oxygen in the mainstream. But, ironically, for conspiracy theorists, that silence feels like confirmation. Over the years, her refusal to engage has turned speculation into legend. Each time she walks past a question or posts a carefully curated family photo, it adds another layer to the mystery. And for those determined to believe there's more to the Blue Ivy story, the absence of a denial is the biggest clue of all. In the court of public opinion, silence can be deafening, and Beyoncé's silence has never been louder. When Beyoncé released her Cowboy Carter album, most fans focused on the bold genre shift and the powerful storytelling. But one track in particular, Daughter, quickly became the center of online dissection. Dark, intense, and dripping with emotion, the song features lyrics about betrayal, rage, and blood-stained couture. For many listeners, it was pure artistic expression. For others, it was something far more personal, a coded confession hidden in plain sight. On TikTok, self-proclaimed music detectives lined up the song's release with the resurfacing of Rymir Carter's comments. They played snippets over slideshows of old photos, Kathy White headlines, and the infamous baby bump clip. Listen closely, some urged, claiming to hear veiled references to family secrets and broken trust. This wasn't the first time Beyoncé's lyrics had been mined for hidden meaning. Lemonade sparked years of debate over infidelity rumors. Renaissance had fans poring over every word for cultural and personal statements. But Daughter arrived at a moment when speculation about Blue Ivy's origins was already boiling over, making its imagery feel almost too timely. Of course, there's no proof the song is about anything other than art. Beyoncé has never linked her music to these rumors. But in the world of pop culture, timing is everything, and for those already convinced there's a deeper story, the combination of Rymir's claim, Kathy's mysterious death, and Daughter's raw energy was enough to keep the conspiracy alive. Sometimes it's not the lyrics themselves, it's the way people choose to hear them. After more than a decade of whispers, theories, and carefully edited headlines, the story surrounding Beyoncé, Blue Ivy, Kathy White, and Rymir Carter remains exactly what it started as: speculation. No police reports have linked Jay-Z to Kathy's death. No official record has ever suggested that Blue Ivy is anyone other than Beyoncé's daughter, and yet the questions refuse to fade. Part of that endurance comes from the perfect storm of elements: Beyoncé's guarded public image, Rymir's relentless pursuit of recognition, the strange timing of Kathy's passing, and a digital culture that thrives on connecting dots, whether those dots are real or imagined. Every photograph, every lyric, every unexplained pause becomes another puzzle piece in a mystery that may not even exist. In truth, we may never know the full story. And maybe that's the point. The power of Beyoncé's silence lies in the way it keeps the world guessing, drawing a clear line between her public persona and private reality. That control is her shield and her weapon. But the bigger question isn't about Blue Ivy, Kathy, or even Rymir. It's about why we, as an audience, are so drawn to the idea that there must be more than meets the eye. Is it curiosity, distrust, or simply the thrill of chasing a story with no clear ending? What do you think? Is this all just a tangled web of coincidence, or is there a hidden truth we've yet to uncover? Share your thoughts below and let the conversation continue.